Okay, in this lesson we're going to be working with triangles. One of two things we're going to do is solve for the missing angle, or the interior angles of the triangle, or we're going to solve for the missing measurement, either solving for the base or the height of the given triangle. Let's take a look at a few examples. Our first triangle here, we have three measurements, our three interior angles. We have an angle of 60 degrees, our second angle is 60 degrees, and our third angle is x plus 30 degrees. First question you must ask yourself, what does the interior angles of a triangle sum up to be? The answer is 180 degrees. So if we take these three angles, angle 1 being 60 degrees, plus my next angle, which is another 60 degrees, plus my third angle, which is x plus 30 degrees, these three angles should total 180 degrees. Now we have a two-step equation. We want to solve for x. Let's combine like terms first. I'm going to combine 60, 60, and 30. Add 60 plus 60 plus 30, and you get an answer of 150 plus x equals 180. Solve for x. Subtract 150 from both sides. 150 minus 150, see you later. Bringing down my x. And on the other side, 180 minus 150, and I get an answer of 30. Now be careful at this point, x does not represent the degrees of the missing angle. At this point we just solve for x. So to get the missing angle, go back into your angle x plus 30, plug in for x. So in this case we have 30 plus 30, and we get an answer of 60. So the missing angle is 60 degrees. And if you check 60 plus 60 plus 60, all total 180 degrees. Let's look at another example. Another triangle, my three angles, 62 degrees, 85 degrees, and my last angle, 8x plus 1 degrees. So let's start with an equation. So we have 62 plus 85 plus my third angle, which is 8x plus 1, all should total 180 degrees. At this point we could add 62 plus 85 plus 1, and should get an answer of 148 plus 8x equals 180. Now we must solve for x. Let's get everything that does not have an x on the other side of the equation. So in this case we can see that 148 does not have an x, so let's bring the 148 to the opposite side. Let's subtract 148 from both sides of the equation. 148 minus 148, 0, bringing down my 8x. 8x equals 180 minus 48, and you get an answer of 32. One last step, divide both sides by 8. X equals 4. Again, that does not represent the degrees of the angle. We just solve for x. Let's go back into our angle, 8x plus 1, and plug in for x. So 8 times 4 plus 1, 32 plus 1, we get an angle of 33 degrees. And again, you can check your work by adding all the angles together, and you should see that you get a total of 180 degrees. So these two examples are solving for the missing angle within the triangle. Let's solve for the missing measurement. So the area of a triangle is area equals 1/2 base times height. Many problems will ask you to find the area. In some problems they'll ask you to find the missing measurement. In this case, the area is given. Area is equal to 45 meters squared. The base is given. The base is equal to 5, or 5 meters. And the height is the unknown, which we could call x or h or anything that you like at this point. So now at this point we want to solve for h. Let's start by plugging into my formula. What do we know? We know the area, which is 45. So we have 45 equals base times height, or 5 times h, times 1/2, or divided by 2. So now we have 45 equals 5 halves x, or 5 halves h. We want to get rid of the 5 halves and keep our h. Ask yourself, how do you get rid of 5 halves? Well, you can multiply by the reciprocal of 2/5. What I do to one side, do to the other side, multiply on the other side by 2/5. On the right side, 2/5 times 5 halves simplifies to 1, or 1h, equals And the right side, you have 2/5 times 45. Reduce where you can. 5 and 45 can reduce. 5 could go into 5 once. 5 could go into 45 9 times, and you're left with 2 times 9, or 18. So 1h, or h, is equal to 18, and do not forget your units, 18 meters. Let's take a look at one more example. Okay, in this example again, start off with your formula. Area equals base times height divided by 2, or 1/2 base times height, either one. What's given? We have our area is 36 inches squared. This time we were given our height, which is 6 inches, and our base is unknown, x, b, whatever you want to call it, any variable you like to choose. So I'll start with our formula. So plug in 36 equals base times height, or 6b over 2. In this case, 6 over 2, if you realize, actually can simplify. So we can rewrite this as 36 equals 6 divided by 2 is 3b. Now we have a one-step equation. Divide both sides by 3. And we get b equals 3 goes into 36 12 times. So my base is 12 inches. Now whether you work with fractions or decimals, the mechanics or the procedures are exactly the same.